5. Upcoming players in NBA who are going to be millionaires. Subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribe to enter this month's shadow giveaway. Number 5. Donovan Mitchell. Ever since Donovan Mitchell debuted as an all-rookie first-teamer in 2017 to 2018, his all-star arrival seemed a matter of when, not if. Well, the when is now. He'll soon be off to the Windy City to represent the Utah Jazz in the world's greatest pickup game. It's the result of challenging the notion that player development isn't linear. Each season, he comes back a bit more productive and a touch more efficient than the prior year. As a 23-year-old who seems like he's settled into the role of primary scorer and secondary distributor, he might be closer to his ceiling than others on this list, but when your floor reaches an all-star level, that's not a bad thing. Let's also not gloss over the fact that he's still getting better. While most dynamic when attacking the rim, he's increasingly dangerous as a shooter. His free throw, 85.9, and his true shooting, 55.8 percentages are both personal bests, as are his connection rates from 3 to 10 feet, 42.9, 10 to 16 feet, 50.7, and 16 feet to the three-point line, 50.4. Over time, he might fall behind some of the previously listed players, but his body of work deserves top 5 place.
Like I said, the job's not done, but he's a guy, he's coming in there day to day, and he's been to the finals, so he understands, what series can kind of...
Number 4, Trae Young. Trae Young evaluations are tricky. They almost force you into a discussion about what really matters in the sport. If ESPN's real plus-minus metric can be taken as gospel, then you're looking at this season's best offensive player and worst defender. What's a player like that even worth? Clearly, we think quite a bit. The name of the game is scoring, and Young is incredible at both converting scoring chances and finding them for his teammates. He's on course to become the only 5th player to average 29 points and 9 assists, and just the second to do so in one of his first 2 NBA seasons. He's also a unique sniper with the second most makes on shots from 28 plus feet, and an unbelievable 39.4% success rate on threes launched after at least 7 dribbles. Granted, this production is occurring on a not good Hawks team, but that same squad is 7.0 points better per 100 possessions with him than without, and no one could make a convincing argument that even if he lost some volume with a superior supporting cast, he might make up the difference with mind-numbing efficiency. His handle and inside the gym shooting range reminds you of Stephen Curry, and Young might be edge the 2-time MVP in playmaking, though Curry gets the nod in close range finishing and all things defense. Young has more 40-point games before the age of 22 than anyone not named Kevin Durant or LeBron James. This doesn't completely forgive Young's turnstile defense, but he's certainly one of this league's 5 most promising youngsters. Number 3. Jason Tatum. Boasting both a deep roster and a head coach who knows how to use it, the Boston Celtics can make just about every 5-man combination become bad news for the opposition. But there's one thing the Shamrocks can't figure out: treading water without Jason Tatum. Their third-year forward has snatched the title of Boston's best player, and there are 0 reasons to think that the 21-year-old will relinquish it. He's the only Celtic with the off-court net rating in the red, minus 0.8. The next closest is Gordon Hayward's plus 5.4. Tatum is surging through a breakout month. Over his last dozen outings, he's been good for 26.6 points, 6.7 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1.0 blocks per night. He's shooting 50% from the field and 47.3% from distance during his stretch. This only serves to spotlight what he's been a dominant season as a whole. He owns a 5.16 RPM. If that sounds high, that's because it is. Only 4 players, each an all-star starter, have better marks. Tatum is starring in a way that makes us wonder if his lofty ranking is actually high enough. As SB Nation's Michael Pina wrote, his two-way contributions impact nearly every area of the modern game that relates to wins and losses. He's built to thrive in a playoff atmosphere with an untouchable combination of size, feel, strength, aggression, and pinpoint footwork that would make a Broadway choreographer blush.
Tyson's and Ennis doing a great job boxing the beat out. It's on the rest of us to go in there and rebound.
Number 2, Ben Simmons. Don't let Ben Simmons' lack of a 3-ball or imperfect fit with Joel Embiid distort your view on his worth. Simmons is a walking triple-double threat who defends all 5 positions. He's on a short list of all-cap stars, and he's clearly on one of the league's elite young ballers. Also, don't let the fact that this is Simmons' 4th NBA season force you into thinking he has no place on this list. Much like the voters who awarded him Rookie of the Year honors 2017 to 2018, we're counting Simmons' debut campaign as one in which he should first suit up. up. Inside the arc, he has almost no weaknesses. Sure, he could be more accurate from the charity stripe, career high 62.7%, and maybe his turnovers could come down to a touch, 3.6 per game. But on any given night, he can go for some combination of 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. Oh, and he'll do that while often locking up the other team's top scorer too. His reluctance to even attempt triples is frustrating. Just ask head coach Brett Brown, but that shouldn't obfuscate the full picture with Simmons. He's a 6'10", 230-pound locomotive in the open court, as threatening as anyone this side of Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James when he gets a full head of steam. Simmons' boards, dimes, steals, and deflections, those are part of his NBA story too. He's trickier to build around than others on this list, but he could become a superstar in the right situation. Only the top player on this list has consistently flashed the higher upside and the ability to reach it. Number 1. Luka Doncic. While this list is littered with current and future All-Stars, Luka Doncic is the only current MVP candidate. Others may eventually reach that level, but he's here now. And considering he's all of 20 years old, he should be nowhere near his full potential. The only thing that surprises me about Doncic's ascension is that it's so quick. Fellow Slovenian and national teammate Goran Dragic told NBA.com's Selko Smith, "I was thinking 3rd, 4th, 5th year in the NBA, but not in his 2nd year. He's already showing that he's one of the best and he's only 20 years old. And he's putting up the numbers like, it seems crazy to say it, but like the next Michael Jordan." The last part is probably hyperbolic, but can anything be qualified as such when it's attached to a shooting star like Doncic? He's been slowed by an ankle injury and nothing else this season. He's missed 11 games, but he's 2nd in both PER 29.0 and box plus minus 11.4. He's on course to become just the 3rd player to average 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. We've written this already, but it bears repeating. He is 20 years old. He's younger than 5 of the lottery picks in last June's draft. It's not hard to imagine major improvements yet to come, especially when there's room to grow as a decision maker and a scorer on every level. It's possible that no one on the list reaches the level Doncic is already at, and he could actually widen his lead on everyone else moving forward.
Just something special, man. This team is something special.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.